please hold up on your practice. Your practice session is now over. Once again, coaches, please turn your doubles lines up into Marios and Martine as soon as possible. Also, coaches and officials, there can only be one coach or official in the bowlers area per country during competition. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Boys B squad singles competition. How about a nice round of applause for the athletes on this squad? Bowlers, your runs are now up. Good luck and good bowling.
Good morning and welcome back to Bowl TV for Boys B Squad qualifying at the 2016 World Bowling Youth Championships taking place at Sun Valley Lanes in Lincoln, Nebraska. I'm Aaron Smith alongside Matt Cannizzaro with USBC Communications. And here we are, we're ready to go. 6 games, 45-foot WTBA roam pattern being used, same as we'll see all week here at the WIC, and we're going to kick it off with competitors from Slovakia, Colombia, Hong Kong, and Junior Team USA, Anthony Simonson and Wesley Lowe. We'll get you a rundown of what happened yesterday in A Squad, as well as who's joining us here for this opening game. So everyone settle in, get comfortable. We're going to be here all day until we know who won gold in singles competition for both the boys and the girls. So thanks again for stopping by. And welcome to the World Bowling Youth Championships on Bowl TV.
So our first look at the Junior Team USA boys here on our featured pair. They'll be pulling on our B and C squads. had a chance to watch the Team USA Girls Bowl very well yesterday, too, making it to the semifinals. University of Nebraska teammates Julia Bond and Jasmine Mason will face off in the semifinals this evening. Right now, the pair of two-handers, Wesley Lowe from the left and Anthony Simonson from the right. Wesley Lowe, part of the Junior Team USA contingent in Hong Kong in 2014. The boys, two-time defending champions in the team event now. And Wesley Lowe won the all events gold medal with a record score, 18 game total, 42-24. That included a 300 game. Only the 4th in tournament history. So a pretty neat accomplishment there for the youngster, who's grown about 2 feet taller since that 2014 event, now part of the Wichita State bowling program. So all these youngsters growing up before our eyes. And Simonson, what a year he's having, dating back to about 13 months ago. Took the lead and went on to win a doubles title at the USBC Open Championships, a premier event for USBC adult members. And then went on to claim a doubles title on the PBA Tour, just missing becoming the youngest bowler in history with a national title. But he made up for that just a few months later in February. Became the youngest bowler to win a major title on the PBA Tour. At 19 years and 39 days, won the USBC Masters. One of just a handful of majors on the PBA Tour. And Simonson just filled with confidence after the year he's had, and bowled the 2016 Junior Team USA trials. And the way that that works is he was there bowling for a spot on the adult team, but also the top finishing juniors at that event are added to the junior team. So as an adult member of USBC, Simonson not eligible for the USBC Junior Gold Championships, but an opportunity because of their ages to make the junior team and represent the country at events like the World Youth Championships. So Simonson earned his spot on Junior Team USA that way, and just based on his maturity and composure and just the things that he's accomplished in the past year, he got the call up to the majors. He was invited to the adult team as well, a late addition to the squad, and just shows the confidence that the coaching staff has in him and his abilities. And now he's here making his international debut with Junior Team USA. He's bowled a couple of events individually overseas, but this is the real deal. First time with USA on his back, and doing it here near home in Lincoln, Nebraska. So debut, as accomplished as Simonson already is, got to be some nerves right now. Bowling for his country for the very first time. Started with the double, and we'll see how things develop here. And of course, Wesley Lowe looking to defend that all events title and make it 3 straight for the boys team. So pretty cool storylines here. And of course, another famous two-hander bowling this event this week, Jesper Svensson for Sweden. A similar situation. Jesper has found great success on the PBA Tour in the United States in the last couple of years, including winning his first major title at the Tournament of Champions in January, I believe was the date. And he will be here again representing Sweden. He also bowled well at the World Youth Championships in 2014, picking up some hardware. So we'll look forward to seeing him try to put his title on the line as well as the days unfold here. So we appreciate everybody joining us Continued coverage of the 2016 World Bowling Youth Championships. Boys singles qualifying continues. Big number on top of the standings. 14-23, but all you got to do is make the top 4. I say all you got to do. There's 129 competitors. Only 4 will advance to the semifinals later tonight.
Definitely a rough cut there to go from so many folks just down to 4, but this is for all the marbles, if you will. Gold medal up for grabs, and Azil Al-Rumi from Kuwait put together a very impressive performance, getting to that 14-23 total. More than 121 pins higher than the rest of the squad for all competitors competing last night here at Sun Valley Lanes. Azil, 268, 243, slowed down in games 3 and 4, 188 and 207, but got striking again in the final 2 games, 238 and 279 to get to that total for a 237 plus average. Ryota Yakuwa from Japan sits in second, 1302. Oh Yeon Lee from Korea in third at 1284. And Finland's Santu Tavanihanen sits in fourth at 1279. So they get to play the waiting game to see if their total is enough. If I was a betting man, I would think Azil's score getting the plus 223 is probably going to be all right. But you never know. For those other 3 gentlemen, that's a lot of wishing and hoping, I think. But once again, you can't advance unless if you don't put yourself in that position. So they have done that. Now they get to see how scores unfold here on B squad, and followed up by C squad shortly thereafter. To find scores, live scoring, the schedule, participants, bowling ball lists, and more, be sure to visit the description area in the or below the video. We have the link to the official World Bowling Youth Championships page. You can just type it in 2016 at wyc.worldbowling.org. Live scoring, great way to follow your favorite competitors here at the WYC. Since we're only behind lanes 15 through 18, players moving all around this 32 lane center, getting very familiar with it over the course of singles, doubles, team, and everyone hopes Masters competition as well.
We saw yesterday on our 2 girls squads, and especially on the second one, hot start for a lot of players. Big scores to begin with, and then as the 6 games went on, it appeared things got a little bit tricky. And you mentioned Azil leading the way, had a couple grind out games in the middle of the block. And, you know, he was able to recover, and maybe some of the girls unable to do so. And we saw Jasmine Mason be the only girl on the second squad to sneak into the top 4, despite all the big numbers in game 1. So curious to see, here we are bright and early on the freshly oiled 45-foot Rome oil pattern. See if these guys can get some momentum going and keep it going. Obviously, as the week progresses, you'd expect them to get more comfortable on this oil pattern. Tomorrow during doubles, we'll have 4 on a pair again. So same squad schedule. Should be familiar with the transition, the way this pattern breaks down with the Kegel ice oil. If they went back and listened to the expert commentary on Bowl TV, they'll learn nothing additional.
Ha.
But they'll be wildly entertained.
I see Ami's back, so delicious delicacies. We'll get that out of the way. First one of the day. Another thing we were very good at yesterday was mispronouncing names, so let's see if we can do a little bit better to kick things off this morning. We already ran down Junior Team USA, Anthony Simonson and Wesley Lowe.
I think we are the Joe DiMaggios of mispronunciations.
We're pretty good at it. We're 56 consecutive countries in a row. We've found a way to get something wrong, but over on 15 and 16, representing Slovakia, Tomas Vrabek looking to cover up the single pin on 16, and that one doesn't get far enough right. He's joined by Roman Karlik, stepping up, looking to bounce back after a missed single pin of his own in frame number 5. For Colombia, Sebastian Chari and Jorge Tello Jr. representing them today in singles in B squad. For Hong Kong, getting ready to step up on 18 is Tony Wong working on a double. His teammate today is going to be James Liu. I believe we're waiting to clear out a deadwood on 17-18. There it goes. For Wesley Lowe, looks to make it 5 consecutive strikes in a row on 17. Matt, you talked a little bit about Wesley's performance at the 2014 event in Hong Kong. Set a blistering pace on his way towards the all events record. Just know he had the 300, but talk about some of the memorable just moments of Wesley's just dominating performance overseas.
Well, I think there's just plenty of confidence built over the week, and shooting 300 and just striking at will was pretty cool for him, and having his teammates there. Very close friendship. I believe the 4 bowlers had just got done at another overseas event. perhaps PABCON Youth Championships, if I'm not mistaken, but felt very comfortable bowling together. Great friends, and that really helped having them all nearby. And the excitement of bowling well in the team event certainly helped, and it was just momentum that kept on going. And when Wesley gets locked in, it's hard for him to miss. And I think if it wasn't for a couple of miscues and some great bowling, he probably would have walked away with the Masters gold medal as well. But it was just a terrific overall performance, and things went well. The two different patterns suited his game well, and he took advantage of it. That's all you can do when you have the look. Just keep doing what you're doing, and at this level, these guys terrific at repeating shots, and it paid off.
Certainly so. Once again, as you mentioned, him and Cameron returning from that team in hopes of making it 3 in a row for the boys. Question in the chat. Angie Ramirez joining us. Anthony and Wesley will be back on Bowl TV for game number 5. They'll be over on lanes 15 and 16. So that's kind of been the trend here for both the boys and the girls. If we get to see some of the pairs, or the pairings, I should say, once or twice throughout the day. But with such a small center, I'm sure we will catch everyone throughout the course of the week here. Sure, a few folks wondering if we'll see Jesper Svensson here on Bowl TV, and that will be game number 3 on 17 and 18. So Jesper will get to follow some of the transition that Wesley put in front of him, revving it up two-handed from the left side as well. Some of the players playing a little bit further, not a bunch, but just looks like attacking this 45-foot pattern just a tad further right than we saw some of the competitors out of the gates yesterday on A squad for the boys. Anthony certainly can open the lanes up with the best of them, but keeping his angles fairly tight here in the early going. Found an early double, has stayed clean since. Max for 217. No, Anthony and I believe Cameron Doyle as well hung around a little bit for the beginning of A squad to see some of their fellow competitors wore. See what their fellow competitors were doing and attacking the lanes. It's got Azil Al-Rumi from Kuwait putting on the big show for everybody. (14-23) on top of the standings, so that's the number everyone's has in the back of their head here. Of course, you just want to get to the top 4, but you know, if one player can find a way to get there and put up a big number like that, others can too. Definitely a talented field. 129 of the top players from across the globe. All right, getting caught up in the chat. We have a few questions about who's coming where. Looks like Sean has already covered the question about the Canadians. Let's see, England. Curtis and Brandon will be here in Game 4 on 17 and 18. We will see Sweden in Game 3. I think that's everybody. All right. Once again, these are 6-game blocks. So definitely a sprint to make it into the top 4. However, big picture for all events and Masters, 18-game marathon, 6 games in doubles and team event coming up in the next few days for all these competitors as well. 206, clean 206 for Anthony Simonson. Wesley Lowe after the 3-7 in the 9th frame, looking to bounce back and still get to 227. Delivers to kick things off. Wesley just earned his spot on Junior Team USA for 2017 based off his performance at the Junior Gold Championships presented by Storm, Roto Grip, and Master. So this will be Wesley's 5th year on Junior Team USA coming up in 2017. Definitely tough to think about. You only get so many years on Junior Team USA, and this young man has certainly made an impression on these coaches. Throwing great shots like that, throwing pins around like it's nobody's business. Jorge Tello Jr. for Colombia can get to 210 with the strike, and his fill ball going to be the Big score off of 15 and 16. James from Hong Kong looking to finish off strong, get to 193. And players, as we saw yesterday, even with the big 14-23 from Azil, he had a few rough games in there, but just didn't necessarily have any killer games that really put himself in a rough spot. Obviously, going more than plus 100 in the first two always helps, but ran into some trouble game 3 and game 4. Went about even, but didn't hurt himself too bad. And then found the look at the end, add another 100 plus onto his total to get to 223 on the right side of plus. Wesley Lowe leads the way, 224. As soon as we have updates on scores, have it pretty fast here on site. They also come around pretty quick online once again. You can find that link in the description area below the video. 2016 WYC.worldbowling.org is the official page of the World Youth Championships. Everything you need to know is right there. Of course, at the end of the day, we'll know our champions in singles for both the boys and the girls. You can read a recap about that performance on bowl.com. A few questions in the chat. Looks like Fidel and Sam already on top of it, but yes, the status of the player, whether it's still a youth member in their current country or an adult member, professional, PBA champion, does not matter. It is strictly age-based for World Bowling here in the youth division. So that's why we see Anthony. He's got a few PBA titles, same with Jesper. They're both kids. Even though they have ascended on the professional ranks. So game 1 in the books. Game 2 coming up next. Looks like we already have 2 competitors from the Dominican Republic getting ready on 17 and 18, but we'll have all of our competitors in just a moment. So big thanks again to everyone for joining us here early in Lincoln, Nebraska at the 2016 World Bowling Youth Championships. I'm Aaron Smith alongside Matt Cannizzaro. We'll be here all day till we award some gold medals in singles competition. So game 2 B squad for the boys coming up next here on Bowl TV. Game number 2 underway. B squad qualifying competitors from Costa Rica, Italy, Ireland, Singapore, and the Dominican Republic joining us behind lanes 15 through 18 at Sun Valley Lanes in Lincoln, Nebraska. Already had a good showing from the local media. Of course, on the girls' side, a few hometown favorites on Junior Team USA as Julia Bond and Jasmine Mason representing the University of Nebraska Cornhuskers, one of the top collegiate programs on the NCAA side. Julia and Jasmine have already brought a NCAA title to Lincoln back in 2015. Looking to win some gold medals. One of them will have the opportunity on the girls' side as they will face off in one of the semifinal matches. So by process of elimination, it's going to happen. It's really going to happen. So one of them will have the opportunity. Either Julia or Jasmine will face off against the winner of the match between top seed Felipe Pearson from Sweden and Victoria Chin from Malaysia. That'll be later tonight here on Bowl TV. We'll have the semifinals and finals taking place simultaneously, so there'll be some crafty camera work. It's not the most ideal situation, but the semifinals will have to shoot at an angle and really only have one main feature pair. But however, similar to what we have going on right now, the finals will be on 15, 16, 17, 18. So we'll get to see that unfold live later tonight. Looks like a total of 22 bowlers plus after one. Big 269 game from Hector Simo. Top of the standings here in B squad. Rock Kostrick 244. Timu Kutkisto 238. Brandon Roberts 236. Yuta Saito 236. Some of the big scores early on after one. Antonio Fiorentino from Italy. Looking to make it 5 in a row. Pretty good shot, but staring at 7-10 for a second. Fortunate just to have the 7 up there. He's the only competitor we have on the boys' side from Italy, so that's why he is teamed up with Johan Labodia from Ireland. Ireland also with just one player on the boys' side, so these players gonna be a little tough in doubles and doubles and team event to make a run. So essentially, they are out of the running for those, but they will still bowl. Their scores will count towards all events and masters. And of course, they can make a run here in singles with great shots just like that. From Costa Rica, Alberto Quesada getting ready to step up. A few opens for Alberto in the early going. He is joined by Matthias Heiner over on 15 and 16. For the Dominican Republic, Hector Simo getting ready to step up. Nice start, 3 out of 4 strikes. He's joined by Huáscar Cavallo. Both players clean so far in the early going. Game number 2. Alex Strong takes care of the spare. He's clean through 5. His teammate also competing here on 17 and 18. Rehan Che. There's a rundown of our players. Taking a look at live scoring, a few players putting together some strikes after spares in the first. Sweden's Jesper Svensson after 235 in the opener. Started with a spare, followed up with 5 in a row. And over on 29-30, Japan's Takua Miyazawa put together 6 in a row after spreading the first, but a 9 count in the 8th frame. And the conversion drops his max down to 269. Question in the chat from Alex Fox. Where can you find the lane schedule at? If you go to the official World Youth Bowling page, we got a link in the description below the video, or you can just get there directly by typing in 2016 wyc.worldbowling.org. Once you get there, you can click on the link for participants. You can click on the particular country you'd like to follow. When you click on the country, it'll give you a list of the players who are represented here this week, along with a little more information, what hand they're bowling with, their date of birth. And then you can go ahead and click on the particular event that you'd like to follow. It'll bring you to a new screen. We'll have all their names. That did not get me there. I thought that's the way I got there earlier. I know I got there earlier though, so I'm going to figure this out. We're going to do this together. Ah, there we go. All right, that was close. Once you get to the team you'd like to select, if they're bowling singles right now, you can click on, for instance, I'm looking at Anthony Simonson right now from the United States. If you click on his bio page for singles, it'll say squad, singles boys squad B. If you click on that, I'll show you lane assignments for that particular squad. All the pairs that they're hitting for their 6 games. I knew we could do it. Thanks for sticking around for that. It's tough work, I know. Ireland's Ion Labodia. Putting up a number here in game 2. There's the miscue in the 5th frame. Otherwise, he is connected on every shot. Here's the left-hander's first offering in the 10th. No doubt about it. Already in the 250s. One more will get him into the 260s. Rehan from Singapore also putting together a few strikes here. He still has 240s out there. So Berto finishes up his game at 184. After the performance he's put on for us here in Game 2 on Bowl TV. Nice 264 to get to 446.
Well, you know, the end result looks pretty good. I got a couple of players that would take that from you.
Just saying, after my last game, keep 260s to the football.
Yeah, exactly. Get it back. Well, you might as well. So,
Make the most of it.
yeah, you gotta make the most of it. You're absolutely right.
Antonio will help conclude game number 2 on 15 and 16. 10th frame still to go on 17 and 18. Once again, 6-game blocks here. This is B squad qualifying. After A, B, and C squad is done for the boys, the top 4 overall scorers will make it to the medal round later this evening. Asil Al-Rumi from Kuwait put up the big squad in A squad, 14-23 for his 6-game total. Some separation between him and the rest of the field. On A squad, only one other competitor plus 100 or better. Nice game, courtesy of Owen from Ireland. 264 leading the way on 15 and 16. Rayhan leaves the 10-pin and his string of strikes. No problem on the spare. Get to 227 with one more. Nice 227 for Rayhan. Gets him to plus 62 here in the early going, so bowling well. Hector had a big game in the opener. Let's look at 194. That would get him to plus 64 overall. 226 available for Alex. That would get him to plus 41. So once again, this is a little reminiscent of what we saw yesterday. Some bigger scores out of the gates, but Game 3 and Game 4 was kind of the question mark in two of the squads. So we'll see how these competitors, how the communication between the countries has gone, and what they've seen as they let their fellow countrymen know what's happening. The coaches, I'm sure, are talking. It's tricky. Game 3 and 4 come up next. Final few shots. Hector finishes up with 194. So plus 63. Final shot for Alex, 216. He's at 431. So game 2 in the books. Game 3 coming up next here for B squad qualifying here at the 2016 World Bowling Youth Championships. Once again, big thanks to everyone for joining us here on Bowl TV. We'll be here throughout the course of the week. Wire-to-wire coverage until our final medal is handed out. Thanks for stopping by. Game 3 coming up next here on Bowl TV.
började prata. Han hade på 40 minuter. Men Simonsen hade 50 minuter. Han hade gått lägre.
Men ni lugnar er för de andra är klara va? Det tror jag. Jag springer på toa då.
Game 3 underway on 17 and 18. Know a lot of folks are looking forward to seeing Jesper Svensson from Sweden left a devastating 8-pin, as only he knows how, to kick things off. 466 after 2. His teammate Pontus Andersson open in the first. He's at plus 46. Gets the hit on the 6. Jesper already the owner of 4 PBA titles. Including 2 of those taking place overseas, and of course the big one, 2016, the Fire Lake PBA Tournament of Champions in Shawnee, Oklahoma, earlier this year. He became the youngest player to win the Tournament of Champions, defeating Mitch Beasley in the title match. They'll be joined on 17 and 18 by 2 members of the team from Chinese Taipei. Liang Liao up right now, looking for an early double. His teammate Chunhua Lin will be stepping up on 18 in a moment. Over on 15 and 16, we're joined by Canada and Russia. Mr. Canizaro, this young man stepping up on 15, found some success recently at the Open Championships. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about that?
Well, for most of our viewers, they probably don't know what the Open Championships is, but it is the premier event for USBC members in the United States. It's our national tournament. Boys from all 50 states and several foreign countries visit a different city each year, a custom-built venue, in most cases in a convention center or at the National Bowling Stadium in Reno, Nevada. And they'll come and compete in team event, doubles, and singles. We also award titles in all events and team all events. And the history of the event dates back to 1901. This year was the 113th edition of the USBC Open Championships, and some great champions over the years. Very coveted Eagle Trophy given to the winners in each of the regular division categories. That's the elite of the field, the top division. And each year we'll welcome between 8 and 16,000 teams, depending on where we are and when we are in the timeline of the event. This year we had just over 8,000 teams come visit us in Reno, Nevada. And Mitch Hoope was on the winning team. BowersBowlingTour.com, a group of friends and former Wichita teammates and players at Wichita State University in Kansas. They came out and they bowled very well. They actually got the job done live on Bowl TV. So a very exciting and emotional win for Mitch and his teammates, and I don't know that they still understand what they accomplished as a very young group of players, but their fearless leader, Brent Bowers, definitely understands the history and tradition of the event and what it means to the Wichita bowling community. So Mitch will be forever part of the history of the USBC Open Championships. Every year that he returns to the event, he'll be announced as a champion, and he'll have that Eagle Trophy soon enough on his mantle at home. He's accomplished a lot of things, I'm sure, collegiately and with Team Canada, and now a pretty significant title at a young age already on his resume, and now perhaps using some of that confidence and momentum to find success here at the 2016 World Bowling Youth Championships.
Mitch also a member of the 2015 Intercollegiate Team Championships winner with Wichita State, adding an 11th title on the men's side. Performed quite well on CBS Sports Network during the televised finals in their victory over Midland University. I know Sean's still in the chat room, so Sean, if I mess up this fellow Canadian player's name, please let me know, but Mitch will be joined on the lanes by Nathan Roust-LaJoy as their 4th player. Other 2 players from Canada competed yesterday. On A squad. Joining us from Russia, we have Andrei Tuskanov. Look at his teammate in a moment. As Nathan comes up a little bit light, mixes him up. Andrei's teammate joining him here in game number 3. Vladislav Smetana. Looking to bounce back after a split in frame number 2. Back in the 3rd frame, Jesper left the big 4 on 17. We'll get to see the adjustment here, see if he can get his first double. Through 2 games, we do have scores online. Jesper connects. Takuya Miyazawa from Japan, 222 at 249. He's at 471, so is Wesley Lowe Jr. from the United States, as well as Timu Putkisto from Finland. So 3 players at 471 here in the early going. Jesper on our feature pair, 466.
Slacker.
Hector Simo from the Dominican Republic at 463. So a few players, actually have a total of 9 players averaging better than 220 here in the early going. But as we talked about, game 3, game 4 have been the tricky ones here for our young competitors. So we'll see if the transition kicks in on this ice oil being used, courtesy of Kegel. Eric Pearson laying down the 45-foot roam pattern throughout the week. Having no problem with the transition here in game 3. Starting off with the front 5. It's Nathan making quick work. Plus 20 after 2 for the young Canadian. Taking a quick look around the center and checking out live scoring over on 5 and 6. Mohammed Al-Merki starting off with 6 in a row. Nathan looking to match that effort here on lane 16. Looks like Muhammad has made it 7 for 7. Nathan looking to get to the halfway point. Didn't like that one. 3, 6, 9, 10. All right, up to 8 in a row, down on 5 and 6. For Mohamed Al Merkeh from Qatar. So since Matt Cannizzaro has me blocked in high above the lanes here in Lincoln, Nebraska, in our live stream booth. If Mohamed gets the 9th one, we'll send him that way to see if we can have our first perfect game on the boys' side here at the WYC. We had one young lady accomplish the feat. Filippa Persson from Sweden, connecting on all 12, ironically enough, in game 3. On her way to the top seed for the the semifinals taking place later tonight. Needed every bit of that to earn the top spot ahead of Junior Team USA's Julia Bond. Bond had the opportunity to double in the 10th after Persson threw all 3 of the 10th of her own to move back into the lead. Ended up being just enough. Julia Bond unable to get the second strike. So Mohamed's getting ready to step up. We'll do our best to see what we can from behind lanes 15 through 18. Did not look like he got it there. See the scores start adding up, so we'll have to wait at least one more game. Perhaps the fireworks. Waiting for game 4. So we hit the home stretch of game 3. Just a big thanks to everyone for joining us from across the globe here on Bowl TV. A great crowd watching live at the moment. More than 800 plus tuning in. It's only 10:35 in the morning here in Lincoln, Nebraska, but we certainly know the international presence here. Folks from all over the world tuning in, so we appreciate it, as do these competitors. Got some folks chiming in, letting us know that they're watching, family and friends. A lot of folks asking here in attendance as well. Definitely appreciate the support here on Bowl TV. Nice shot there for Mitch on 16. Getting that double. 5 in a row for Pontus Andersson. Some scores already in for 3 games. Wesley Lowe, 708. Anthony Simonson, some struggles. He's in the minus after 3, minus 12. So Wesley is already kind of in the number, if you will, after what we saw in A squad. Only one other player outside of Azil Rumi is better than plus 100. Azil got to plus 223 to lead the way. Wesley about halfway there, at least in the sense of the plus category. So can he keep it up? Wesley took silver medal in singles in Hong Kong in 2014 at this event. Ironically enough, defeating Jesper Svensson in the semifinal match, 225 to 223, to earn his spot in the finals. Ended up falling short in the championship match, 226 to 214 against Korea's Choi Woo-sub. Double in the 10th for Jesper gets him most likely into the 210s. Li Yang working on a strike. Chinese Taipei can get to 215. There's some trouble. .234 available for Nathan. Gets the first one. Great shot there. All 3 in the 10th. Jesper Svensson, 212. 678 for his 3-game total. 3 more to go. Six in a row, Pontus Andersson. Gets 2 of 47 still. Nice finish, nice game. Nathan Roos-LaJoy from Canada, 234. He's at plus 54 for his event through 3, so Looks like a lot of folks will be threatening going into the final three as Pontus sending messengers. Says, Jesper, I've seen you do cool things like that on TV. Just letting you know, bud. I got this. Nice finish for Anderson, 247. He's at 693. Final few shots on 15 and 16. Vladislav from Russia trips the 4 for 212. Two more to go from Mitch. He gets a late kick on the 10. Showing off some of that Wichita State carry right there. One more for him, can get him to 218. That would put him at 657. It's actually the final shot of Game 3. Everyone else done in the house, so should be a pretty quick turnaround for Game 4 here on Bowl TV. Once again, a big thank you to everyone for joining us here. Big crowds in the morning for the second consecutive day. We hope you stick around with us as much as possible as we get through C Squad and the medal round later today. But if not, you can always watch the archive here on youtube.com/Bowl TV. 215 for Mitch. Both players from Canada at plus 54. That's going to do it. Game 3 in the books. Game 4 coming up next for Alex Fox. Your folks from England heading to the lanes right now, so don't go too far. They'll be joined by Japan. Looks like we have Finland and Australia on 15 and 16. Game 4 coming up in just a moment. Bowl TV, thanks again for stopping by. Game number 4 underway at Sun Valley Lanes in Lincoln, Nebraska for the 2016 World Bowling Youth Championships B Squad qualifying for the boys. We'll have C Squad coming up next here on Bowl TV, approximately 2:30 Eastern, 1:30 local time. For the final 6-game block, 3 to go here. Big thanks to our host proprietor, John Lucido, and his great staff for all their help throughout the week to make this championship event one to remember. Great facility here. Very impressed. First time I've not only been to Lincoln, but to Sun Valley Lane, so awesome 32-lane center they have here for the top youth competitors from 37 countries. Finland, Australia, England, and Japan on our featured pairs at the moment. We'll get you a rundown of these young men in just a few moments, as well as a quick look at standings after 3. Like the Dominican Republic's Hector Simo. Top after 3 games, 7-10. Wesley Lowe Jr., 708. The only 2 competitors above plus 100 at the moment. Takiwa Miyazawa, 696. Pontus Anderson, we just saw 247. He's at 693. So there are your top 4 so far. Through B Squad. So it's looking like the young men in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th after A Squad probably are going to be out of the running here after B Squad if these guys continue bowling the way they are. Certainly anything can happen, of course. The invisible opponent, the 45-foot WTBA Rome condition. The opponent this week. Of course, how that breaks down and changes throughout the course of the event. Making the right moves, making the moves quickly, and avoiding the big mistakes along the way will get you there. Trying to do that on 15 and 16, stepping up on 15 from Australia. Adam Svensson, so popular name in the past 2 games. From Finland, getting ready to bowl on 16. Timu Hutkisto. Adam from Australia. Jaden Panella getting ready to step up. Second bowler from Finland working on 3 strikes in a row. Nico Oksanen. From Team England, we have Curtis Hooper and Brandon Roberts. for Japan. Yuta Saito with the 369 right there. His teammate working on a double. Once again, near the top of the standings, Takua Miyazawa. He's stepping up next. Takua, 696 for his first 3 games. Strikes starting to pile up on 15 and 16. Big backswing from Adam Svensson makes it 6 in a row. Adam says everyone's talking about that other Svensson guy. I'm not too bad myself. Adam taking care of business here. Game 4. A little behind pace after 3 games, 593, so right around 200 average, but I'm sure he wouldn't mind seeing a few more strikes pile up, getting to the 270s, 280s, to max out at 290. Finland's Nico Oksanen will attempt to do the same when he steps up in the 7th frame. Has rattled off 5 in a row after a spare in the first. Miyazawa from Japan working on 4 in a row after a spare in the first, so you never know what you're going to find when you move to a new pair. These players finding the right look quickly. Speaking of finding the right look early, Jesper Svensson, we just saw him last game, decided he wanted to save his fireworks for off the camera Bull TV. Started game 4 with 7 consecutive strikes. So again, you can visit the official World Youth Championships page. We got a link in the description below the video, or you can click or type in 2016 at wyc.worldbowling.org. Got live scoring, results, schedule, participants, the bowling ball list, lane schedule. We got it all. So check it out. It's the place to be. Here on Adam Svensson TV. The Australian contingent getting loud over there. We like that. Like it getting loud here. Girls team here in support, coaches, family and friends. Eight in a row for Jesper. It's over on 9 and 10. A few pairs to our left. Nico from Finland looking to keep pace. Here's his 8th frame. Also looking to make his move. He was at 6'11" after 3 games. Would quickly put him around the number. I have no idea how he managed to do that, but Adam stopped. It's a lot of momentum to slow down, so at my age, that'd be bad news. So something didn't feel right. Good lesson here. This is a world championship. You can't throw away shots if it's not feeling right. So Adam's going to reset, go through his pre-shot routine, and look to take care of business. Frame number 9. Gets it back to the 1-2, but doesn't get the 10 out. It's his string of 7 consecutive strikes. Jesper Svensson, he's got 9 in a row now. Matt Cannizzaro is going to make the run. Perhaps get some video. Jesper's run at perfection. So we'll get a few. Of course, you can check that out on the Sport of Bowling USBC Facebook page, facebook.com/USBC. Nico delivers 8 in a row. 290 still out there. Definitely feel there's going to be a different look to the standings for the competitors hitting the lanes for C squad. Just saw one really big score out of A squad. Azia Al-Rumi from Kuwait, 14-23. Be having a few folks run down his score. Get close to it in the final two games here, B squad. Hello in the chat to Chad Roberts. We were talking about Eagle winners not too long ago. Mitch Huppé from Canada on our feature pair, part of the team champions, our team all events champion. Piggy's Aquarium out of Westerville, Ohio. Chad Roberts, part of that. Welcome, Chad. Matt is off behind lanes 9 and 10, seeing if Jesper Svensson can connect for a perfect game. Jesper is up, getting ready for his first shot of the 10th. Adam Svensson gets his first strike of the 10th. Can get to 269 still. Jesper up, looking to do his thing. Get the radio call. That one did not stand a chance at having anything left up. 10 in a row. So much going on here for only a 32-lane center. The excitement is overbearing. Another reset from Adam. All right, Jesper getting ready for his 11th shot. Adam in the 260s now. No doubter from Jesper. So we'll have an opportunity at our second perfect game here this week. Jesper Svensson, lanes 9 and 10, game 4. Final shot from Adam Svensson. Great 269, awesome game, Adam. It's going to be a big jump in the standings. He's at plus 62 now. Nico stepping up, but Jesper is on the approach, looking for the second 300 of the 2016 World Bowling Youth Championships. Matt Cannizzaro, video ready. Jesper connects 300. That's the well-deserved round of applause you're hearing right now. Matt's going to have that video ready for the Sport of Bowling USBC Facebook page in just a few moments. Jesper Svensson, 300. Finland's Nico Oksanen looking to make some noise of his own. 8 strikes in a row. Make it 9. Are we having fun on Bowl TV today or what? So much excitement going on here at Sun Valley Lanes. We wouldn't have it any other way. World Bowling Youth Championships. This is just qualifying, folks. We'll have the medal round tonight. We know the 4 on the ladies' side. Who's going to join for the guys? Gonna have a nice effort from all of our competitors here on 15 and 16. Tinu gets the 201 with the last 4 for Finland. 269, Adam Svensson. Jaden looking to get to 228, and Nico looking for 10 in a row. Does not get the 7. Throws all that over there in the corner. Doesn't get it to kick out, but he's going to be in the 270s here. So another big jump. He's putting his name into contention here with 2 to go after this. 279. Nico Oksanen. That gets him to 890. All this striking, making game 4 go quick. While this was happening, didn't even realize we had a front 7, 1 pair to our left. Hong Kong's James Liu made it 7 in a row, left a 9 count in the 8th. Struck in the 9th, he can shoot 279. Final shot on 15 to 16. Jaden Pinella, 226. Coach Andrew Frawley looking on. There's Andrew. Seen some nice performances from his players in game 4. Just finishing up the foundation frame here on 17 and 18. Takua Miyazawa can still get to 246 this game. It's really setting the bar for folks on this pair. It's a good point in the chat. 2-300 so far this week. Both players from Sweden. Filippa Persson in girls competition. She ended up earning the top seed, competing against 79 other girls. Take on Victoria Chin from Malaysia. First round of the medal round coming up later tonight. And now Jesper Svensson. Delivering all 12 in game 4 here today. Matt Cannizzaro quickly working to get that video ready. Great shot there from Miyazawa. Going to be in the 240s. He's already up there in the 690s after three games. So another player in contention of being right around that number. It's getting a lot of speculation. We'll definitely have a better picture after four here. .245. Takua Miyazawa. He's at 941, so plus 141. He's doing all right. Plus 145 is Wesley Lowe. They'll be coming up on 15 and 16, although Wesley just put his bowling equipment on 17 and 18, so. And 18. So game 5. Game 5 for joining championships. Matt Cannizzaro seconds away from having that video of Jesper Svensson's 300 up on the Sport of Bowling USBC Facebook page, facebook.com/USBC. The direct link as we get going with game number 5 of 6. Junior Team USA members Wesley Lowe and Anthony Simonson join us on 15 and 16. We'll be bowling with competitors from Venezuela. We'll get you their information in just a moment. Over on 17 and 18, Colombia and Qatar. We've already seen Colombia today, so our second opportunity as they've made their way around Sun Valley Lanes, a 32-lane center, the host here for the 2016 event. The 2018 event staying in the United States. We'll head to Detroit Struggles today for Simonson, -5 through 4. He's chatting it up with Team USA head coach Rod Ross, trying to figure out what he can do in these final 2 games to possibly make a late run and get himself squared away for the rest of the week. Once again, we'll only use one condition this week, 45-foot WTBA Rome pattern, using the Kegel ice oil. Wesley Lowe has had a little trouble with it so far, through 4. Won the silver medal in this event in 2014 in Hong Kong. Looking to take home medal once again. Jesper moves into first with that 300 game, 978. Wesley Lowe and Mohamed Al-Marake are tied for second so far in this block at 9:45. Mohamed will be stepping up on lane 17 in a moment. Mohamed made a run at perfection in game 3, starting with 8 consecutive strikes. Takuya Miyazawa from Japan, we saw him last game. He's in 4th, 9:41. Pontus Anderson in 5th. So a few guys already ahead of the pace that we saw yesterday in A squad. So there's definitely going to be a big shakeup, assuming these guys can keep pace. The only score that possibly could be safe after this round, 14:23 of Zeel Al-Rumi from Kuwait. He has a few players in range. If Wesley Lowe keeps throwing shots like that, he's going to get there with ease. Zeel bowled tremendously well yesterday, averaging nearly 240. But business has picked up here in B squad. I've already talked about a few of these competitors on our featured pairs. Let's talk about a few of our young gentlemen from Venezuela stepping up on lane 16 in a moment. The Cesar Leguado. He's joined by Andres Montoya. He'll be up on 15. For Colombia, we've already seen Sebastian and Jorge earlier today in game 1, so we'll welcome them back for game 5. Talked a little bit about Mohamed already for Qatar. He's joined by Ghanem, Abjasoam. Again, the cut here after everyone gets in their 6 games, we start with 129 competitors. It gets down to the final 4. So for 125 of these kids, that's they'll get a little bit of a break. Many of the competitors in A squad already know they will not be bowling tonight. A few of these guys want to feel that anxious wait, seeing what C squad has to offer. You can't get there unless you get into the top 4. After 2. Some emotion there from Wesley. Wanted to get that 7-pin out. The 2014 World Bowling Youth Championships. As we mentioned, Wesley finished 2nd in singles, taking home the silver medal. Earned a bronze with Greg Young in doubles. Helped Team USA to the team title, their 2nd consecutive. They're looking to make it 3 in a row here in 2016. Gold in all events with a record of 42-24. And ended up taking the silver medal in Masters to Jesper Svensson. Wesley medaled in each event. All right, folks, that video of Jesper Svensson's 300 is up on the Sport of Bowling USBC Facebook page. Go check it out. Matt Cannizzaro putting everything together real quick there so we could highlight these great bowlers. One pair to our left. Hector Simon from Dominican Republic. Oh, excuse me, not Hector, his teammate. Hector's still clean, but just one double his teammate. Oscar Cavallo starting with 5 in a row. He'll be stepping up for 6 in a moment. Definitely got to keep an eye out for the strikes. They're starting to pile up here, a little bit different than what we saw yesterday. And there's a bit of a slowdown in the middle games before we saw some big performances. In the home stretch. Of course, you could keep an eye on your favorite players by following the live scoring app if you are, or if they are not here behind lanes 15 through 18. 2016 WYC.worldbowling.org. Place to be for that. It's right there on the front page. Online scoring, I believe. So what it's referred to as. For the little hiccup in service. But we're back now, so that's the important part. Looking at live scoring, both players from Canada starting to get going. Mitch Hupé with 6 in a row. He'll be up looking for strike number 7 in a moment. On lanes 5 and 6 from Saudi Arabia, Saad Al Khaliwi starting off with 6 in a row. Simonson clips the 2 a little too lightly. Drop his max score down to 235. Back-to-back 7 counts for Wesley Lowe. Starting with 4 out of the first 5. There it is, the emotion. Mitch Hupé from Canada stepping up, looking for 8 in a row in just a moment. Way down at the high end of the house. We're smack dab in the middle, this 32 lane center. Australia's Adam Svensson looking to put together another big game. He actually had a chance to shoot 266 if he threw all 3 in the 10th. Left a 7th in his first shot, 245 out there. So this is seen a lot of big scores. This is going to shake up the standings quite a bit. B squad takeover here in boys singles competition. Mitch Hupé got number 9. So Wesley Lowe delivers in the 9th frame. Big double, he can still get to 246. So Mitch Hupé stepping up, looking for 9 in a row. Way down yonder. Matt Cannizzaro hoping his step count continues to head north here. Mitch on the approach. We'll do our best to give you the play-by-play. That looked pretty good. No doubter there. 9 in a row. Canada's Mitch Hupé. So could we have our second 300 here in B squad? Back-to-back games, perhaps. Quick question in the chat: do they re-oil for squads? Yes, yes, they do. Jorge Tello Jr. from Colombia put together a nice game here. So it's 258 out there on 17 and 18. Matt Cannizzaro making the walk down to lanes 27 and, or, yeah, 27-28. So Mitch will be up in a moment. We'll give you the play-by-play from here. To the best we can. Wesley Lowe now in the 230s, 246 still out there. Quick question in the chat before everyone gets going again. Anthony Simon, not a youth player by definition of USBC or professional bowling status, but for World Bowling Competition, the only restriction to bowl is age requirement. So Anthony falls into the age requirement here for the youth championships, so that's why he's a member of a junior Team USA and competing here this week. Wesley unable to get the 7 there, 235 with the spare. He's staying on pace, so nothing lost. 235. But as Fidel says, I agree, it's going to be a very interesting final game here in B squad. A lot of big scores, a lot of big names doing work. All right, Mitch is stepping up. 10th frame, 9 consecutive strikes. Looking for 10. Looked pretty good. So 10 in a row. Wesley Lowe up to plus 180. So within striking range of Azil Al-Rumi from Kuwait. Mitch Upay, 11th shot. Did not like it. Looks like a 6-pin standing. So he's going to be at 289 with the conversion. Great run for Mitch, though, making a late push here to get into the top 4. Final shots of Game 5 coming up here. Game 6, final game of B Squad coming up next here on Bowl TV. On behalf of Matt Cannizzaro, I'm Aaron Smith. We'll be right back for the finale. Just remember, don't go too far. C Squad coming up approximately 2:30 Eastern, 1:30 local time, right here on Bowl TV. All right, game 6 underway. Final game of B squad for boys qualifying in singles. Jesper Svensson, 1181. Wesley Lowe Jr., 1180. Pontus Andersson, 1157. Hector Simo, 1151. Mitch Hupe, big big game 5, 1146. Mohammed Al Merki, 1142. So could not read them off faster than that. So we had, all right, the top 6 or 7 ahead of what was in the cut after A squad. So I took minus 79, or not minus, plus 79, plus 84, and plus 102 were in 4th, 3rd, and 2nd respectively after A squad. So those scores have been erased. So we have several competitors jockeying for those final spots. It's going to come down to who can perform in the finale. Joining us here in the finale, I see some competitors we have already seen today, but we welcome them back along with some new competitors. Singapore makes their return to Bowl TV, this time on 15 and 16. They're joined by Slovenia. Competitors from Italy and Ireland back on our featured pairs. We saw Owen be stepping up in a moment after Andrew Bald finishes up for Scotland. Fire a big 265 earlier today here on Bowl TV. Total of 9 players already plus 106 or better. So we'll do our best throughout this final game, use the live scoring available at 2016 WYC.worldbowling.org. Follow everyone around the house as they make their final push to get into the top 4 and see if it's enough. Standings through 5 have updated online. So I mentioned Jesper Svensson plus 181, 1 pin ahead of Wesley Lowe, 1180. Pontus Andersson plus 157. Hector Simo plus 151. Mitch Hupe plus 146. Mohammed Al Merki plus 142. Nathan Roos LaJoy, plus 130. Takua Miyazawa fell off a little bit that game. He's at plus 114. Adam Svensson from Australia, plus 106. Rounding out the top 10, Brandon Roberts from England, plus 85. All right, moving quickly in this final game. Introduce a few of our new players here. From Slovenia, Rok Kostrik mixes them up for a double in the 6th frame. Looking to convert the 2-5 on 17 is Daniel Masters from Scotland. Owen makes it 3 in a row. Over on 18. Still joined by Antonio. We have Rehan and Alex back from Singapore. Andrew Bald up on 17 for Scotland. This is a little bit left there. Final player from Slovenia, Alexander Kostrik, leaving the 2-4-5 after 5 strikes in a row. So once again, definitely we're going to see a shakeup at the top of the standings here in the boys division. Only the top 4 at the end of qualifying will make it to the medal round, and we still have one more squad to go for their 6 games coming up approximately 2:30 Eastern, 1:30 local time here in Lincoln. So at the moment about an hour and a half away. Now we get to see who's going to be around there. Who's going to make it into that top 4? Can you got to make it there to at least have the excitement of worrying about C squad, but who's going to make up that 4-player group to be determined. Zia Al-Rumi from Kuwait for A squad yesterday, 14.23. That's plus 223. There's a few bowlers who technically can get there. Closest Jesper Svensson. He was we need to go about 243 this game to get up there. But we see him shoot 300, so 243 probably be a piece of cake at this point, but you never know what's going to happen out there. Take a quick look at the live scoring. Take a glance around for some of these competitors jockeying for position for one of those final spots. Wesley Lowe started with 3 strikes in a row, a open frame in the 4th, bounced back with a strike in the 5th. Hector Simon, after an early open and a spare in the 2nd, has responded with 4 consecutive strikes. He's actually 1 pair to our right, so he's going to be up on 19-20 in a second. Or 2 players from Canada also up there, not striking as much as they would probably like and need to at this point. Just 1 open between them, but just 1 double to go along with it, that belonging to Hupé. That was in his 5th and 6th, so he's stepping up in the 7th, up on 20 in a moment. Coming off a big game number 5, where he started with the front 10. For Jesper Svensson, not tearing it up here in game number 6. No doubles and an open, so he has a 108 in the 6th, working on a spare in the 7th. He's actually up right now, up on 23-24. It did not strike in the 8th frame. His teammate Pontus Andersson in a similar situation, 104 in the 6th with a spare in the 7th frame. So both of them will have to see if they can turn it around for the home stretch, the final game. Got a few nice games to wrap up. B squad qualifying taking place here in Bowl TV at the moment. Also trying to keep the head on a swivel as lanes get closer to finishing up. We'll see see if we can do our best to get some unofficial totals after 6 so we can get an idea of how the top 4 looks like. Once again, looks like only one player from A squad going to be left near the top of the standings. Azil Al-Rumi from Kuwait plus 223. Once again, he bowled last night. Wesley Lowe looking in pretty good shape to add on to his plus 180 total. Wesley can still get to 246 this game. That would be enough to take the overall lead. Jesper Svensson has fallen out of the contention for the lead through 2 squads. It's pretty much down to Wesley. From B squad can catch Azil, but he has no more room to work with in the 9th and 10th. He has to get to the fill ball. Hector Simon can still get to 247. He's going to be stepping up on lane 19 in a moment. 235 out there for Mitch Hupe. He would need every bit of it. They get to play the waiting game. That would get him into the low plus 180s if he's able to strike out. Working on a strike in the 8th. He'll be up in his 9th frame in a moment. Svensson, Jesper can max out in the 180s, so he's going to head a few pins south as Hector delivers a strike. 186 the max score for Jesper. He has a fill ball left to go, so it looks like he's going to be the first one in the books. Wesley Lowe did not strike in the 9th frame, so plus 223 still is going to be the number to beat heading into the final squad. Jesper finishes with 186. So they'll put him unofficially at plus 167. His teammate Pontus Andersson can strike out to get to 200 on the nose. That would leave him at plus 157. Mitch Hupe split in the 9th frame. I did not see it, but 5 count with a circle around it. Possibly a Creek Church. He can get to 201. That would put him at plus 147. Muhammad Al Marrakeh. Get to 235 this game. He was at plus 142. He's going to be in the 230s, has delivered a double in the 10th. He's got one shot to go. Pontus Anderson did not strike out. So he drops to plus 136. So he's going to be out of the running. Muhammad gets to plus 177 with the big finish. Wesley Lowe opened in the 10th frame, or in the 9th frame, excuse me. So he can max out at 217 now. Now just seeing what Hector Simon from the Dominican Republic can do here. He struck on his first shot of the 10th. Can still shoot 247. He was at plus 151, so he could actually move into, has the opportunity to possibly move into second by my unofficial calculations. If he's able to get 2 more, that would put him at plus 198. Leaves a 6-pin though. Drops his max to 236, but that will, with the conversion, will get him to plus 187. And he's actually going to move ahead of Wesley Lowe, it looks like. We're going to wait till we see these scores pop up for sure, but all right, unofficially, as we have bowling complete here on Bowl TV. Azil Al-Rumi from last night, representing Kuwait, still on top of the standings, plus 223. Moving into second from the Dominican Republic, Hector Simon, plus 187. Wesley Lowe Jr. from Junior Team USA sits in third at plus 185. And Mohammed Al Merkeh plus 177 from Qatar. Your top 4 at the moment. Jesper Svensson, first one out, plus 167. We have a bit of a drop-off after that. A few players in the plus 130 range. This is all unofficial, but that's the top 4 we're looking at the moment, according to my questionable math. So what a crazy day, B Squad. A lot of excitement, a A lot happening. We'll have the official scores in a few moments as the final pair finishes up. But for right now, that's going to do it for us on Bowl TV. Big thanks to everyone for joining us. We had a great crowd online today joining us for this international competition. Very fun to watch. Certainly keeping us busy up here in the live stream booth. So on behalf of Matt Cannizzaro, I'm Aaron Smith. We'll be up in about an hour for C Squad. That will be followed by the medal round here on Bowl TV. So big thanks again to everyone tuning in. C Squad coming up next from Sun Valley Lanes in Lincoln, Nebraska at the 2016 World Bowling Youth Championships. Thanks again for stopping by. We'll see you soon.